Thank you for calling Lowell.
Oh, fuck
If
off.
you're calling to make a payment on your account using a debit card, you can do this using our automated payment facility. All you need is your Lowell reference number. If you wish to do this, please press 1. Otherwise, please hold, and we will transfer you to an account manager who will be able to help you.
If you wish to do this, you're getting bullied by fucking big companies.
Thank you for calling Lowell.
Don't
Please
interrupt me.
note, calls may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes.
They are being recorded, just to make you aware.
Hello there, you're telephone at the Lowell Group. Can I start by taking your Lowell reference number, please?
Yeah, your reference number is 269.
Yep. And who am I speaking to, please?
Me.
What's your name, please, sir?
Really, you don't recognise my voice by now?
Well, obviously, I do need to run through security with you for data protection.
Yeah. What it was, I wanted to speak to Sarah Sargent. She sent me a letter.
Sarah Sargent. Okay. I don't think she'd be on the phone, as it were.
That's strange.
She doesn't customer face.
How can I talk?
phone.
How can I talk to her? Because she sent me a letter. I want to reply to her letter, but I was just wondering how I do go about so.
Well, obviously, I'm here to help you today. So, yeah, I mean, if I can run through security with you for data protection, I'll be able to move forward with yourself.
Yeah. Can I take your name, date of birth, and address, please?
Well, obviously, you've run a company, and obviously, as a company, we need to ensure that we do not breach data protection.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I
we're making
completely
sure,
understand that. I'm actually self-employed. I'm a VAT registered company myself. So for my data protection, I need to know who you are before we go any further.
Well, my name's Irfan, and you're through to the Lowell Group.
Right. Lowell Financial, Portfolio, or Solicitors? Who am I talking to?
The Lowell Financial Group.
Right, it was Portfolio. What was it last time? Portfolio last time. Why do you keep sending me different letters off different companies, all to do with Lowell?
Well, I mean, look, I can't really go into detail at the moment. I would need to run through security with you for data protection first.
Alright, well, basically, the letter says, Hiya, Mr. Agnew. We're giving you a 20%, we're offering you a 20% discount. We'd like to offer you a 20% discount, blah, blah, blah. What are you trying to sell me? What am I getting 20% off?
Again, I would need to run through security with you, sir, first before we can go any further. So can I get you to confirm your full name, please?
My name's Tom. I'll tell you that.
Okay, what's your surname, please?
My birth name or surname?
Your surname currently?
Orange.
Well, I mean, obviously, we do need to run through security, so it's important we get this done for you.
Yeah, this has just been changed. I changed my name by deed poll just yesterday.
Okay, so what's your previous surname, please?
My previous surname, alleged to be Agnew.
Okay.
But I do not stand by that statement. It's alleged. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't agree to that name. Obviously, it was forced upon me on birth. So, hence the change.
Obviously, we all get a name given when we're born.
Yeah, but
parents normally.
You don't even get a choice in it, do you? It's ridiculous.
I think when the parents do name their children, they do it in the best interest of those children as well.
Yeah, so is it in my best interest to be called Tom?
So yeah, so your new surname is Orange, as you said, O-R-A-N-G.
Yes, orange like a colour, like a fruit.
Okay, so for security, can I also get you to confirm the first line of your address?
I can't. The thing is, right, I don't actually live at the address that you're sending these letters to. I can confirm the address that you're sending the letters to, but I can't confirm that's where I live because I don't live there.
Well, if you don't live there, it's not a problem. It's just as long as we can verify the information that we have here for you in the system. Right.
Well, these letters have been going. Whoa! Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Wood. Thank you. And the postcode, please.
The postcode given by the county council, which again was forced upon us. We did not choose this postcode.
Okay. Now, finally, can I get you to confirm your date of birth, please?
Well, date of birth's a very difficult one for me. My alleged date of birth is the 10th. But, as I say, it's alleged. I can't remember. It could have been the 11th, for all I know.
Oh, thank you for confirming data protection force.
I haven't confirmed anything. I've given vague explanation, and I have not said any of this is definitely correct.
No, but it's fine, because what I can now do is I can proceed with the call, which is the good thing.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great. That's a really good thing.
So, what I want to also do, by the way, before we get into the subject of your call today, I just want to quickly update your contact details, if I may. I have here for you a mobile number ending in 942. Is that your mobile number?
I'm in a bit of a predicament now. Yeah, that's my mobile number. Yeah, take it.
Okay, and what's your landline number?
My landline number. I haven't got a clue. There's 2 lines outside my house. They're both yellow. There's no numbers on them.
Okay, so just to confirm, obviously you don't live out. You need to update your address details. So what's your new postcode, please?
Am I obliged to tell you that information?
Sorry?
Am I obliged to tell you that information?
Well, it would help, because obviously...
I know it would help you, but would it help me? Because I don't think it would.
Absolutely, because obviously the communication that you're seeking today would have that ongoing communication with you at your home address, and it would prevent us sending letters to, obviously, going forward. In any case, actually, we'll remove that from the system. However, if we don't have an address for you, if you don't have an address for you, or if you don't have a fixed address, or even a postal care of address, then unfortunately, going forward, further communication would cease to exist. That's the thing. So obviously, we do require an address there, whether it be a address or whether it be a...
If I give you my address now, can you promise me it won't get passed on to any third-party companies or anything like that?
Well, that address is just purely for ourselves, just to ensure that,
Yeah, you're not going to share my I don't want you to share my details with other companies, that's anything.
That's fine. No,
right.
That's fine.
My address is number 6.
Well, sorry, what's your postcode, I beg your pardon?
The postcode KY 11
Yep.
8ST.
Is that Foxtrot Charlie, yep?
I'm not very good with my
Alright, is that
thing.
S for Sierra or F for Freddy?
Let me just go over it again. It's KY like the jelly.
Yeah.
11 8 4 and then S for special sauce. T for Tango Tom.
Thank you. And what's the first line of your address, please?
First line is number 6. Amazon Way.
Okay.
Dunfermline.
Okay.
And that's in Fife.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. I take. Are you renting that property?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
I've got an email address.
You've missed the M off the TO.
Okay, yeah. So is Tom short for Thomas?
It could be.
So
that's my email. Yes.
And are we okay to use that email going forward to contact you?
You can send emails there. I may or may not reply.
Okay, and lastly, are you working?
Am I obliged to answer that?
Well, it just forms part of your contact details.
I prefer not to divulge that information.
If you don't want to, that's fine. Not a problem. So, yeah, that's fine. What I will say here is that, your new surname Orange, we can't update that on the system, so it still will be Agnew. The only way it will be updated on the system is if you send in proof. But if you don't receive that proof, it will still stay as Agnew until you notify us otherwise.
You can call me Tony Blair if you want. It really doesn't bother me. You call me Jimmy Savile, then we're going to have an issue. But, call me anyone respectable. Well, Tony Blair's not respectable at all, is he? Let's be honest. Call me Prince Harry. Whatever you want to call me. Tom Agnew, Prince Harry, whatever you want.
Well, I'm happy to call you Tom then.
Call me Tom. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do perfect.
Yeah. So Tom. So what we have here for you, firstly, it's a former Vodafone account, inactive, known by ourselves, the Lowell Group.
Yeah.
Balance on that account is £1,500.
£315.75.
Yeah.
Now, as a company, what we've done is we've made a commercial decision there to offer you a discount, which brings your balance down to actually £1,052.60. Any discount applied to a balance, your credit file does get updated as partially satisfied. Let me explain a couple of things for you.
Yeah.
Firstly, just to confirm, with the discount, as I said, what it is we're not obliged to give one, but we have given one, and the company's made a commercial decision there as a goodwill gesture.
Yeah, I do appreciate
So
that.
it's up to you if you want to take advantage of the offer, and if you do, what are your intentions towards the balance going forward, please?
Right, which brings me really to my point. I want some information. I'm unsure about the balance. The £1,315 for the Vodafone phone. What it was, I bought. What did I have? A LG G5, I think it was, on contract. After I think about 3 months, it broke. I asked the Vodafone store to fix it, and to be fair, they did. I continued making my payments, and then it broke again. And I asked them to fix it again, and they said, no, you're out of your warranty now. So I said, well, okay, well, I'll stop using the phone from now. Do you want it back? They said, no, you still have to pay your payments. So I said, well, if you're not willing to take the phone back off me, then what else can we do? Do you mean I'll take the phone home with me, and that'll be the end of it? They said, I'm sorry, your contract runs until blah, blah. I said to them, I'm sorry, can you provide me with that contract to prove that that is right? They said to me, no, we can't. So there's a question over the amount due, for a start. There's a question over the contract in place, which I've not received. If you can provide me with a contract between me and Vodafone saying that I own that money, fair enough, I'll pay it. But there doesn't seem to be one in place. So, leading me to my next question, where does Lowell come into this? Have you bought the debt from Vodafone? Or are you working as a collection agency on their behalf? Are you bailiffs? Are you court official bailiffs?
Okay, so just to confirm, Tom, what we are is we're a debt purchaser. So what we've done is we've purchased this debt from them. So we are now the legal owners of the account. So we have, for example, a duty of care to you to ensure that we actually reflect your credit file, credit history.
Yeah.
So we've definitely purchased this from them.
Right, so I've got a vague understanding of how this works. So say, the balance is on this sheet as £1,315.75. So you would have, Lowell Group would have purchased that for, say, I don't know, 10 pence per pound, something like that, yeah?
I can't confirm that.
I'm not asking for exact details, but, you would have purchased it for a lesser amount than what Vodafone would have originally charged, yeah?
Again, I'm not in a position to comment on that, to be fair. But what I will say is, though, definitely we purchased it. As for the ins and outs of the purchase itself, I'm not privy to that, to be honest with you. That's dealt with the people higher.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I'm not here to give you a hard time. I'm just information. I'm just digging. I am. Right. So you've stated yourself that you've purchased this debt from Vodafone.
Yeah.
So the debt now belongs to you, in your own words. Yeah, you own the debt. Yeah.
But what it is that...
No. Don't deflect. You said in your own words 2 minutes ago that you own the debt. I quote, you own the debt.
Yeah, so we purchased this account. We're the legal owners of the account.
Yeah.
And from here on in, for example, the outstanding amount, the communication and the payment that goes about the outstanding amount is done to ourselves.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Which brings me almost to my final point. You've sent me this letter, you've bought this debt off Vodafone, so the debt is now paid, and in your, you are the ones chasing this money. You've written me a letter saying, if you want to pay us, we'll give you 20% off. Sounds like a pretty good deal. Do you mean? This 20% is, what's that, about 300 quid? It's not a bad deal, really, is it?
It's about £263.15 off from the balance.
Yeah, bro, it's precisely that. So yeah, it's a fairly good deal, isn't it? It's a good offer you've made to me. But the thing is,
Okay.
When you purchased this debt off Vodafone, was there any contract or any communication between myself and yourselves that I would be willing to pay this debt back at any reduced price?
Well, like I say, you don't have to take advantage of the offer. You can still...
No, I'm not on with the offer. Throw the offer out the window. Just pretend we're paying the whole price. When you bought it off Vodafone, you said to Vodafone, right, Vodafone, I'm going to buy this debt off you, and then I'm going to chase Tom Orange for the money. Okay? So Vodafone say, yeah, no problem. Take the debt, for example, maybe £200. Go and chase it. Go and do whatever you want. The debt is now yours. Does that ring in your ears a little bit? The debt is now yours?
So, yeah, I mean, I think what we'll say here is this, that...
Do you see where I'm going with this?
If you fail to keep up with repayments, and obviously, what the client does in this instance, they will obviously notify you. They'll make you aware. They'll send out communication to you to say, look, you're falling behind on payments.
Yeah.
They would also issue with statements. That's just a normal procedure. Then what they do is they'll send you with what is known as a notice of default. So they'd also do that. They'd make you aware of the situation. That's just normal process and normal practice.
Yeah.
But obviously, as part of your terms and conditions, obviously, if, for example, when it comes to that, if you fail to keep up with payments or you fall behind, then they cancel the debt on, as it were, or the balance, as it were.
Yeah. The thing is, right, do you know anything about contract law?
I'm not legally trained now.
No. Contract law, what it is, for a contract to be lawfully enforceable, as in the police come into the house to assist with removal of goods or, whatever, there needs to be a signed contract between me and, well, at the moment, Lowell. Or if it went back to Vodafone, it needs to be a signed contract with Vodafone. And this will stand up in court. So basically, you've gone and bought this debt off Vodafone. You've sent me letters to the wrong address, who has got nothing to do with it. She's getting fed up with this, so it's harassment. So we're going to be looking to go to the small claims court for a harassment case. As I think this is the 6th time I've been on the phone to you. Every time I've told you send them to the wrong address, and my mother's very ill, and you're bombarding her with letters telling you you're going to come to the house and take things, blah, blah, blah. So my offer to you, I'd like to make, is it possible for me to make a counter offer?
You certainly can do. I apologise for the inconvenience caused. So what I'm going to do right now is, your concerns, I'm going to log them. Okay?
Yeah.
I can only apologise for that. The apology that I have given.
Yeah. See, my mum's very ill. She's a vulnerable adult. She's very... she's as disabled as you can be. She's got a lot of ailments, and these letters, they're really not helping. So I'd really appreciate if you could send them to my address rather than hers. It's not that much of a stress to her, but when she does get people turning up at the door asking to come in to view what items she has in her house, which is nothing to do with me at all, it's a bit rude. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit intimidating, and it could be classed as harassment.
I sincerely apologise about that.
It's fine. I accept your apology on that. Moving forward, as long as we don't get any more letters going to this wrong address, that'd be great. You can send them to me, and I'll reply to them. I'll reply, as soon as I possibly can. So back to the point, can I make a counter offer to your 20% discount offer?
You certainly can. But
right.
Before you do that, though, one final thing I want to point out, because I've logged your concerns. What I've done is I've logged your concerns. I've apologised, and what I'm going to do now is send you a summary resolution letter to your home address that will outline, the steps we've taken.
That'd be great. Yeah, if you could send a letter of an apology to my mother, that'd be great.
It will go to you, though. It'll be addressed to yourself. Your address is 6 Amazon Way, because I will update the address details. So from here and in, all posts will go to that one address there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Right, so... Go on.
Yeah, in terms of counter-offer, to be honest, we have a process. Okay, so here's how it works. Basically, what I do is I fill out a discount mandate form, which I've got next to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I do is, in completing the discount mandate form, I'll have to pass that on to a manager.
Yeah.
It is down at their discretion whether or not they authorise that discount or not. If it does get accepted, then obviously you'd be paying the discount at reduced amount. In any case, we have already given you a discount, so it's like, you still have something there.
Hang on, you haven't given me a discount, you've offered me a discount.
No, sorry, we have offered you a discount. It's up to you if you want to take advantage of the offer. But obviously, it's there for you to obviously take a...
But if I say suggest a different kind of discount and then we work towards payment, would that be something you can consider at least? I'm not asking for a definite yes or no. Just would it be considered?
I can ask the question. I can put the question forward.
Right.
Again,
this is my offer. You've offered me 20% off the balance. But obviously, I have my dealings with your company have gone on for months and months now, and you've been harassing my ill mother. I'd like to make you an offer of 110% discount, which means for wasting my time, you'd only have to pay me £131.57. Would that be? Would you accept that?
Well, obviously, that isn't something that we would do, fortunately.
Could you not put it forward to your director or your supervisor?
I'm just gonna make some notes on the system. It's not happy. Well, unfortunately, no, we wouldn't be able to do that. But obviously,
did you just make that decision yourself, or did your supervisor make that decision?
I mean, I can ask them a question certainly, but
I'd like this offer to be put forward, please.
Sorry.
I'd like my offer of 110% to be put forward.
Right. Yeah, I can put you in hold. Bear with us.
I'm only asking you for 10% of the cost, just due to the fact of how much of my time you've taken up, and the harassment of a disabled lady.
Yeah, no, I can only apologise about that.
You can do a lot more than apologise. To be honest, I could go to the police and with these letters, I think I must have about 15, 20 letters off you. I could take these to the police and I can prove my address and I can say, look, this company is sending unsolicited messages to a vulnerable lady who's getting very intimidated of people coming to her house, which you would in turn be done for threatening behaviour, maybe harassment, maybe threatening behaviour. Intimidation is what it's called. So I put it to you, you accept my offer, or you leave me alone, and my mum.
Can I put in hold for 1 second?
Of course you can, no problem.
Payment options that can be paid online, whether you're looking for a new plan or you're already on the way.
Just going to pause this because it's getting like 25 minutes.
To help you.
Flexible options, tailor options, right.
Right, thank you for your patience there, Tom.
No worries.
So, Tom, just to confirm. So yeah, we obviously wouldn't do. Just to recap what I said earlier, we wouldn't do that, unfortunately.
No.
Obviously, because there's an outstanding debt here. And let me just go back to your original point as well, because obviously, like I said, we purchased this debt, as you pointed out, and, what we've sent is a notice of assignment, and that's a legally binding document. So that there, in turn, suggests outlines the validity of the debt that we purchased, and it is retrievable, and obviously it is a debt that we purchased.
Yeah.
Maybe in terms of the information that you're getting, you're stating contract law. I don't know how it works per se verbatim, but what I will say is that we have the procedure in terms of, because we're conducted by the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority.
Yeah, I'm FCA trained as well. So I know how this works. I'm FCA trained, so I know how this works.
Fantastic. So if you know that, then you'll know that what we've got here is valid in terms of the purchase of the debt, and obviously it is an outstanding balance that's owing. So yeah, definitely 100%. You can go forward. Now it's up to you if you want to take advantage of the discount offer. If you do, that's fine. We'll go ahead with that. And we'll go down that route, or whereby we can set you up on an interest-free arrangement. You don't have to pay the balance in one full go, and we can do the right thing for you going forward.
That's really nice of you. I've got three points to make.
Okay, right.
Over the last, when you just put me on hold and I come back, and what you've said since, in that statement you've just made since being on hold, you mentioned that you purchased the debt, I think 3 or 4 times. That's point 1. Point 2. If this money was owed to Vodafone, there would be a contract between me and Vodafone, yeah? Correct?
Well, obviously...
yes or no? That's just yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
How it works is, so you would have a...
If I take a contract out with Vodafone, I have a contract with Vodafone, yes?
Okay.
Yes?
Go ahead, yeah.
So by
yeah.
purchasing this debt, you've also purchased this contract, correct?
Well, no, because obviously you...
No, I think... hang on. Be very careful with what you're saying. This call is being recorded. You've purchased the debt from Vodafone, so you have also purchased the contract, correct?
The thing is, the contract was taken out by yourself with Vodafone.
Yes.
In terms of your terms and conditions, if you fail to keep up with payments, then they are, like the client, Vodafone...
Yes, right, Vodafone can chase me all day. Vodafone have every right to chase me until the moment they sold the contract to Lowell. Now, the only person who can try and chase me is Lowell. But I have got no agreement with Lowell. And you said that this was... what did you say? This was a legal document? No, it's not.
Yeah, because what is, when we send out a notice of assignment, which is what we do when we purchase a debt, we then have contact with the customer, and that's the same for everybody, including yourself. And that document there, which is known as the notice of assignment, is a document that we send out to you that outlines what we've done. Is a legally binding document, and it covers the legality of the purchase of the debt. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually training in law, so I am enjoying this conversation, and I hope I'm not doing your head in too much. I've looked into the company, and I found that Lowell Financial and just Lowell Financial Limited, which is where this letter's come from. It's registered in England and Wales under company register number 4558936. So you're a registered company, yeah? If you look up on, I'm sure you can find it on Google, if you look up Black's Law Dictionary, which is the law this country operates under, for there to be payment for a service from a company to a person, there needs to be a signed contract, buddy.
Not when the client sells the debt onto, for ourselves.
We're going in circles here. Vodafone sold you the debt, but you never asked me if I was going to pay it back.
But we purchased the debt from them, so obviously...
Yeah, exactly. You've purchased this. The debt is paid. You've gone out of pocket. Vodafone have had their money. You're out of pocket because you've bought the debt. Now you're trying to get the debt off me, and you're even offering me discounts on my debt.
Okay, so Tom, at the end of the day, you are right. We are going into the company. What is it you want to do with this outstanding balance? Because obviously it's an outstanding balance that's affecting you in terms of your credit file.
Right.
It's entirely your choice as to what you want to do next.
Wait, are you aware that I can actually take you to court for this?
Well, I mean, look...
For negative impact on my credit file, I can take you to court. Because this is not lawful. Alright? It's not.
The default there, again, just to confirm, is applied by the client prior to us
yes,
the debt.
The Vodafone default, that is correct. You are right there.
Yeah.
But any negative remarks on my credit reference from Lowell are completely unlawful and illegal because I have no contract with Lowell. I have never, ever, ever paid your company a penny. I have never signed a piece of paper to your company. I have never met with any of your agents. So how the hell can I owe you any money?
Well, if that is the case, then we'll have to leave it at that. I've explained our position, but we'll have to leave it at that then. And obviously, look, just to confirm, this is not the only account we have for you. We have also got another account, which is a former O2 account with a balance of £442.93. So it's 2 outstanding balances there, really.
Oh, God, I'm putting you out of pocket, don't I? You're going around buying all these debts of mine. Thank you. All this money what it was, right? When I was a kid, they give away a free Xbox with a phone contract. That's what you mean. So I was like, I couldn't afford the Xbox. The phone contract was like £10 deposit or whatever, and you get a free Xbox. So happy days. I was 17 years old. I went out and got myself a few Xboxes, PlayStation, sold them to try and make a bit of money. Yeah. This debt is old, man. You're chasing it. You're paying for my debts. The debt that I meant to owe Vodafone, you've paid. And you haven't asked me if I'm going to pay you back. I have got no contract with Lowell. I've got no dealings with Lowell. Lowell know nothing about me. You're sending letters to my mother's address. I live in Fife. Look, the fact of the matter is, you've bought this debt off Vodafone, right? So no matter what you do, you have no right to my property at all, or to send my mother letters. If I reply to you making an offer to pay, then you have right to chase me. I have made you an offer at 110% discount. If you're not willing to accept that, then our conversation ends here. And if I get any more letters to my mother's house, I promise you I will be chasing this up. I'll go to the small claims court and I will have you done for harassment, intimidation. I suggest you put on the notes, #win.
Okay, so yeah, I think, look, we've covered everything. I'd have to leave it at that then. If you're not willing to go any further, then that's fine. One thing I do want to point out is that, you did say that you suffer from dyslexia here.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Thank you for sharing that information with us. Am I okay to make a note of that on the system?
Not really, no. Why does Lowell need to know that I'm dyslexic?
Oh, the reason is, I'll explain why. As a company, we've made, what can I say, a great progression in terms of putting ourselves in our customers' shoes. And what we try to do is better assist our customers as much as we can going forward. So in terms of when they show a sort of...
Oh, yeah, I understand that. It's not all about money. It's about helping people who really need the help, innit? I understand that.
Yeah. So if you don't, like I say, if you don't want me to know that, then
I tell you what, you can put down that I'm dyslexic. I also had I had a cold last week, and a couple of months ago I had a flu.
Okay. Yeah, just in terms of your dyslexia, so thank you for giving me permission to know that information down. I just want to ask you a couple of questions about that. Are you okay, in terms of your day-to-day activities and finances, how are you coping with things?
I'm getting by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you managing everything on your own, or do you get any help or assistance with that?
I got a friend who drives me to Tesco late hours, and I go through the skip to get food. That's about all the help I get.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that bit.
A friend of mine picks me up late at night. I go to Tesco, I go through their waste bins, and I take all the gone off or damaged products so I can eat. That's about all the help I get in life. And except from helping myself by learning law and dealing with your company and others.
So are you studying? Are you a student? Are you a full-time student then?
No, I'm a home student. I'm studying from home, unpaid.
Online website.
Some online, some books, whatever I can get my hands on.
Open university, sorry.
No. I'm not registered on any university course, but I am studying law personally at home.
Oh, is there something that you want? Is it a career that you want to pursue going forward?
No, I want to take down every single one of your companies.
I see.
I think it's absolutely disgusting the way you work. I really do. Do you know? Can I make a suggestion? The amount I'm not asking the amount you paid Vodafone, but the amount you paid Vodafone, maybe you charge customers that plus 10%. Don't be greedy.
Okay. Well, look, I do apologise. In terms of the experience you've had, in terms of you saying about your dyslexia, and also in terms of the fact that you said you go to Tesco's on an evening. In terms of food-wise, have you got an income coming in?
No, I refuse to sign on the dole because I do not want to be part of the system. I don't believe in the government. I don't trust them. I don't want anything to do with it. Your companies, your debt collection, purchases, bailiff, whatever, the government seem to back you up. You're just a bunch of bullies to me.
But the one thing I do want to ask you here is, obviously, you're suggesting you don't have no recourse to benefits. Are you then not working? Are you not employed?
No, I'm not. I told you I'm dyslexic. I can get a job working. I could go to work in Tesco's. I can't calculate change. I struggle with numbers.
I see. I see.
Do you mean so? It's not just you're not just picking on my vulnerable mum. I don't know if I'm classed as disabled or not. I don't get any payments for being disabled, but as I said, I don't believe in the government, so I wouldn't ask them for it anyway.
So at this moment in time, do you have any income coming in at all?
0.
So how do you, your day-to-day stuff, like your rent, council tax, gas, electric, water and TV license, how are you sort of managing with those and coping with those?
I live with a friend. He lets me stay on his sofa for free.
Okay.
This is the same friend that takes me to Tesco to get my food. Sometimes we get like some pretty good stuff, some pizzas and that, and then for him taking me down, he gets a pick of the best stuff. Like, do you mean? It's
the address that we,
profit share.
So the address that we have on the system, is that just a postal care of address? Is that correct?
It is a care. I suppose it is a care of address. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So going forward, obviously, like you've already outlined, you want all postal letters going there.
Yeah, please.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, look. Okay, so just let me ask you this. Obviously, I know you don't want to be part of any government-based organisation, but applying for job seekers is beneficial in the sense that you have a steady income coming in and they can obviously assist you with looking for work and stuff.
To be honest, right, I've got a roof over my head. I struggle for food, but I get it. Do you mean I don't have to pay my electric? My friend pays his own bills. I don't feel like I need to be on the dole. I think there are people who need that money more than I do. There are people sleeping out on the streets. They need the dole. I can source my own food.
But going forward, you've got a really good friend there, but does your friend ask you for any broad or anything like that?
No, he asks for sexual favours.
Okay.
Like he sends me down to the naughty shop to pick him up some rubber vaginas and stuff like that.
So your friend's okay that there's no rent or board or payment?
Yeah, he's fine with that. I basically, when he's out in work, if he needs anything picked up or anyone to wait in the house for a parcel, I'm there. If he needs me to do a bit of gardening, I'll help him out with I help with the upkeep of the house. And that's in return for me staying there and him taking me down to Tesco's to raid the bins. I'm not ashamed at all. The food's getting thrown out. Do you mean there's nothing wrong with it?
Final thing then, given your situation and given what you've confirmed to me, there is a third party company called Step Change who do provide free debt advice. If you feel you need somebody to help you manage your finances for you, there is that option available. Is that
unless they're willing to trade in cans of beans, I have no finances. I have no money. I don't live off money. I don't need money to live. You can get everything you need in this world for free if you're a nice person.
So I've made a note that as there's no income, obviously we're not going to go through an income and expenditure because obviously there's no income.
If I was you, I'd try and sell this debt back to Vodafone because they're the only ones who are actually legally and lawfully entitled to chase me for this money.
Okay, so...
Or, on the other hand, you could tell me a breakdown of cost, how much Vodafone actually I owe, how much charges you've put on top, and then maybe we can work something out.
We don't pay any interest or charges, so the breakdown of the balance is like this. You've got it's all air.
But not. Oh, sorry. Interest is the wrong word. So, right. We got a bill you 13.15. Yeah. So maybe you paid 315. So you profit 1,075 pence off that. Can you give me a breakdown on costs? Can you tell me what you paid for the debt? What the debt is actually worth?
Again, we purchase a portfolio, so we can't be specific, and I'm not privy to that information.
That's one of my main problems. See, you're sending me a bill, but you can't give me a breakdown of what this bill is for.
Yeah.
And you know, for a company to take payment from a person, there needs to be a contract for one, and there needs to be an invoice as well. I haven't had an invoice. I've had a letter. No breakdown of cost. No VAT amount. No, there's no tax on it whatsoever. I just got a number and said, if you want to pay us, we'll give you 20% off. 20% off what? 20% off the original balance, 20% off the standing balance, which I don't even know because you've paid.
Well, it would be off the original balance, but I tell you what, we'll have to leave it at that. Is there anything else I can help you with that all then?
I don't think it is, to be honest.
So you definitely don't want the free debt advice, especially as you said, you've got no finances, and so
I've got no finances. I can trade in food. I can trade in. Sometimes they throw out bottles of baby lotion that have gone out of date. I can trade in items and commissary. I cannot trade in money because I don't operate on money.
We'll have to just leave it at that then. Okay.
Right, so
We'll have to leave it at that then.
leave it as that. So I'm rejecting your 20% offer, and you're rejecting my 110% offer.
Yeah, that's what we'll have to just leave it at that then.
So we're at the what's the word I'm looking for?
Actually,
We're ahead we've logged heads, haven't we? Do you mean we're not going any further with this, are we?
yeah, so we'll have to leave it at that at the moment, okay?
Yeah, I think that's best. I think it's best you leave that at that, and leave me alone, and leave my mum alone, and leave everyone alone, and all the other customers you're chasing up. It's disgusting. So you can buy that debt off Vodafone, put 10% on it, and still make a good profit. You don't have to rip people off like this. Do you mean the country's going to shit, and it is because of companies like you? That's why. How are we ever meant to get out of debt when the debt keeps building? With increasing money supply, money comes attached to debt. You go to the bank, you borrow £5,000. Where do you think that £5,000 comes from? Your signature creates that £5,000. It doesn't come out of someone else's account. It's just made up. So then we are adding currency, but that currency also has a debt attached to it. So how the hell is the world ever going to get out of debt when every single note that is printed is attached to debt?
Yeah, Tom, we'll
Have
leave
some
it at that.
morals, quit your job, go deliver Chinese. I've heard of a very good company called One Delivery. They deliver McDonald's, and they're franchising out all over the UK. I'd recommend them. There's also a company taking off really big right now, SWCBD. I don't know if you've heard of them, but it might be worth you looking at, switching jobs, because Lowell is going down. I'm telling you now, I'm taking this company out.
That's fine. We'll have to leave it at that then. All right?
You'd have to leave it at that.
Yeah, all I will say, further potential contact will resume at your new address, but going forward, we'll have to leave it at that.
Right, so just to summarise, we've been through everything. You've told me that we're going to have to leave it at that. Do you understand?
The contact will resume.
Do you understand what's been said today?
Yeah, take on board what you've said, and obviously we'll have to leave it at that at this moment in time.
I need to know if you understand, sir. Do you understand?
As in what you're referring to, sir. Could you?
Do you understand the conversation we've had today? The points I've made.
I do. Yeah, absolutely. I take on board.
You understand that I've rejected your offer. You've rejected my offer. You understand that you've purchased the debt from Vodafone, and you understand that I have no contract with Lowell myself personally.
Okay, I've taken on board what you've said, so we'll have to leave it at that.
Do you understand what I've just said?
Yeah, I do.
You do. Right. Thank you very much. You've just got me completely out of debt. Thank you. Oh, by the way, this I did say at the start, this whole call was recorded, okay? And it's going to be published to social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and everyone is going to start acting this way with you. So I'd change your job, all right?
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on and thrown in jail. We can.
Thank you for calling Lowell.
Oh, fuck
If
off.
you're calling to make a payment on your account using a debit card, You can do this using our automated payment facility. All you need is your Lowell reference number. If you wish to do this, please press 1. Otherwise, please hold, and we will